Hey guys, welcome back to the channel for a little behind the scenes create a sim for our Growing with the Grovers LP. Today we're going to be creating Erick's parents, Linda and Jeff Payne. I know up until this point we really haven't heard a lot about Erick's parents, let alone Erick himself. In fact, we've actually been just kind of learning about Erick through the eyes of Ayla, which has created a lot of misconception, a lot of confusion, and even just sheer hatred for the guy. But what if I told you Erick had a past where it all kind of made sense? His upbringing, everything that this kid has experienced, even down to the very words his mother told him as a child, have influenced him greatly into becoming the man that he is today. Then would you believe that maybe possibly he actually is a good guy deep down, or would it not change anything at all? Anyways, I'm gonna let y'all be the judge because I'm about to read off the longest freaking backstory in the history of backstories. This video is also very important because as we move forward, things are gonna start getting a little more, well, intricate, and I want y'all to be on the same page, the same wave. And I also really enjoy doing these little behind the scenes videos so that I can give you guys more information on the character. So while the Create a Sim's playing, I'm going to read off the backstory. Again, it is lengthy and I am not good with my words, okay? So I might stumble and fumble 1,000 freaking times, but just try to bear with me. Also, I'll just kind of, maybe put the backstory on my website or something so that you guys can read it in your own time if anything I said just didn't make any sense. So here we go. Erick's parents used to fight a lot when he was a kid. This led to them getting a divorce when he was just around 12 years of age. After the divorce, his mother Linda started to spiral. She lost her job and found herself barely being able to scrape by. Now having to take care of Erick all by herself, she had to make cash fast by any means necessary. What she didn't anticipate was that Erick was watching her every move. In middle school, Erick loved to play the guitar and drums. In fact, he was dead set on becoming a famous musician. His goal was to pay off his mom's mortgage and bring her financial peace, the very peace that she had been chasing all of these years. Once in high school, Erick started to go down the same path as his mother. Things started to get tight again. Then he met Ayla, and his entire outlook on life changed. She made him want to do better and to be better. Then they got pregnant. He will never forget the look on his mother's face and the words that left her lips that night as they screamed at each other in the kitchen. "You'll never be good enough for that kid, Erick. You're just a kid yourself. You're just like your father." These words shook Erick to his core. He wanted so badly to be there for his child. In fact, he never wanted anything more. Ayla and Erick got a small apartment together. Things at first were going great. That was until they found themselves falling behind. Erick's music wasn't selling, and Ayla's father, Perry, was constantly offering Ayla a way out. So Erick turned to the one thing he knew that would keep them afloat. Destined to keep it a secret, he swore it would only be temporary. One day, Ayla went through Erick's phone to grab the number to Jacob's pediatrician when she saw all of the correspondence between Erick and his boss. "Babe, I swear it's not what it looks like." He did his very best to reassure Ayla, but she just wasn't buying it. The truth was out. She begged him to stop, to change, to pick a different career, but it wasn't that easy. It was all too much for Erick to bear, but he had to keep going. He had to keep his family together. After saving for Ayla's entire pregnancy, Erick popped the big question. It had never crossed his mind that the love of his life, the mother of his child, would turn his proposal down. In that moment, everything went quiet, except for his mother's voice chanting the words, "You'll never be good enough." Seriously, you guys, my heart freaking broke when I wrote that backstory because all of a sudden, it was like everything came full circle. It all just started to make so much sense. Erick is battling some serious demons, and I know in his heart, he only had the best intentions to be there for Ayla, to provide for Jacob, and it just kind of blew up in his face. The thing is he's always felt, and this is not an excuse for Erick, but he's always kind of felt like he had to show up and show out for Ayla because of the way that she was brought up. In fact, he's been very secretive about his past, his upbringing, and that was just another thing that Ayla kind of found pretty dodgy about Erick, is she never met his parents. I mean, she knew that, Erick's parents were divorced and stuff, but he kind of comes from a very, not necessarily a poor background, But yeah, I mean, he wasn't brought up around money. He struggled a lot of his life to, get the things that he wanted, to even just put, meals on the table. It was very hard for Erick, whereas, in his eyes, he feels like Ayla is kind of spoiled. Like her dad is always bending over backwards, trying to help her out. In fact, in the last episode, he threw him $100 like it was nothing so that they could help, pay for the light bill. I mean, granted, they both bought lottery tickets. Probably not the smartest choice, but he feels like, Perry's always there trying to bail Ayla out. And it's just, I get it. Like, I get it. I really do. I actually get it so much more now than I did before. It's kind of crazy because in the beginning of the Grovers, I didn't know how much of an influence Erick would really have in this LP. And now I feel like it wouldn't be the LP it is without him. So I'm super excited for the future. I'm super excited for the next episode. I know I didn't really tell you a lot about these Sims, but you guys will learn even more about them as we head into the next episode, just to kind of keep you all updated. The home the home that Linda currently lives in is Erick's childhood home. I am actually in the process of building it now. Erick's dad has left the building, as you guys know. He is no longer in Erick or Linda's life, which is very unfortunate. Erick and Mr. Jeffrey here have a very distressed relationship because of the position he put Erick in and what he did to his mother. So there's that. And yeah, there's just so much. There's so much more to the story than I could probably even fit into an 8-minute voiceover. But can I say, I'm not gonna lie, I really like the way that Erick's dad turned out. I think he's super duper cute, really cute. I love the fact that he is obsessed with this one particular trucker hat. If you've noticed, he literally loves trucker hats, which is kind of interesting. I definitely see how Erick favors his parents. He kind of looks like his mom, but then when you squint really hard, he also looks like his dad. His dad's also very tall, and yeah, his dad has back hair. So now I know where the back hair came from. But anyways, hopefully this paints a prettier picture for Erick, or at least a better picture in your mind, so that you can get a better understanding of who he is. Because again, the next episode, this video is going to be pretty damn vital. I am going to kind of rehash some of this stuff, but I think it's a lot easier to go into detail with videos like these. So again, I know the video itself isn't too much about the parents. It is kind of actually, but more about Erick's backstory. Well, you guys, that pretty much wraps it up for this video. I hope that you all enjoyed, and if you did, you know what to do, boo. Don't forget to go ahead, comment, and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below, where the sun does not shine, and I will see you all next time.
We're in trances, going all to different places, different planets. Watch your aura pass me by, losing balance. What if we run out of time and second chances? Empty-handed, you left fast life.